All right, it's going down. It's going down. Who's next? 757. It's your boy Cam Low. You see it live at Selden Market. It's going down. Shout out to Joe's Tortured Soul. You know, we sponsoring this episode live. You see what's going on. New environment, man. I'm here with the one and only. You know, we doing this thing different. Live in the 757. Live in Norfolk. You know, the one and only Twonesse.
What's good?
How we doing today?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing good. I'm doing good. You know, we stepping it up.
Of course.
We stepping it up.
And I'm honored to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to see where we started from, where you at now. So
Okay.
I'm proud of you myself.
Come on now. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And you're doing wonderful things out here.
Trying my best.
You're doing wonderful things out here. But right before we get started, you guys might hear some noise or whatever. Selden Market is doing their grand reopening. Who's next? 757 always on the scene. So let's get to it, Twonesse.
Okay.
You know, like I said, you've been doing wonderful things. We got projects out. We have music out. So I wanna actually, this is about diving into
What I got going on? Yeah.
before everything, right? Because 2024. But I kind of want to dive into it a little before 2024,
Okay.
right? Shout out Bank Boy.
Yeah. Shout out Bank Boy.
You know, he gave me a call one day and he was like, "Yo, I have a female artist, Spitter. You know, Twonesse, and we got her to the studio."
Yeah.
So before Who's Next 757 Freestyle, let's speak about your career. Where was it? Where were you then?
So before then, now, at that time, I was pretty much doing just spitting on tracks, whether it be, like a freestyle or whether it be a feature to something. But I was, just trying to get my foot in the door, getting my craft started and things like that. And actually, Bank Boy was my neighbor. He was my neighbor, and like on my birthday, I want to say I was 23 or something like that. I came home. I was with my cousins, and he was shooting a music video.
Right.
And so he wanted us to be in the music video. Like I forgot what the song was in particular, but he wanted us to do something where we were like, screaming and all that, just like acting wise. And so I ended up, like, my cousin was like, "Tell him you rap. So I ended up telling him, you can see me around, we kind of linked up and stuff like that. And then I would pull up to the studio and he'd be like, "Hey, I'm at the studio." And that kind of got me into the motion of being a rapper, of doing things like that. So that's where that started originally. I was kind of rapping a little bit before that, but it was nothing where I really had pressure behind me to do it. It was more so a hobby, or like I call it a party trick. He would just pull it out like, "Yeah, I'm rapping." So that was that. Then eventually, he started calling me.
So who's some of your inspirations? Because you don't just rap like every other female. You're really a spitter.
Yes.
You're really steady freestyling and things like that. So where did you get your waves from, your flow and things like that?
So one of my biggest inspirations with somebody who was spitting was Lil Wayne. I love, the drought tapes. I love all the Carters. I love all that stuff. So just how quirky he was, his bars are just like, even at this age, I go back and listen to stuff and be like, man, that went over my head. So I think definitely Wayne. Coming up a little bit after him, like Kendrick.
Okay.
I can't discredit the ladies, which is like Eve, and like I always credit Muhammad Hill. And then like just like the soulful chill was Tribe Called Quest from my pops. So I got all the 90s stuff from my pops.
100%.
Yeah, so stuff like Wu-Tang, all those people.
Come on now.
Doing, like just out of the ordinary, out of the box stuff. So yeah, like even down to Big L, like Tyler the Creator is somebody else that I kind of like. Okay.
Right.
But for the most part, it's just like in that own little category of people that was like really spitting, but also like making fun music too. So it's like, okay, that caught my ear. So those are my inspirations coming up. It's a couple other people, I'm maybe forgetting because there's so many, but those definitely, Wayne, Kendrick, stuff like that.
Definitely some spitters. Definitely could see it.
Yeah.
Definitely could see it.
Mm-hmm.
So so let's talk about it. 2024. We lock in on that Who's Next 757 freestyle.
Yes.
Shook it up some. really brought you out a bit more.
Right. In front of the podium, pandemonium, I put on the show. I see the ugly faces when I spit, cause my shit rock. Still tight, but it's clear like a zip lock.
So let's talk about your experience then on that freestyle.
So back to Bank Boy, the realest that I know, he called me, like I think the day before I went on or something like that, and he was like, "Hey, you got $200 to better your future." I was like, "Yeah, I do." So he was telling me about Who's Next 757. I came on with a dollar in a dream, and I linked up, with all of the people who I'm supposed to be with, and it's been a journey. It's been heaven since that. Having a team behind me versus doing it by myself, you can see how my progression is.
Right.
So I want to appreciate you for letting me get a chance, even though I didn't have a following. I didn't have projects out. So I appreciate you for even extending that olive branch to me.
Of course.
And look where I am now. So definitely.
This is what it's about, as long as you doing your part, I'm here to help do our part as far as the platform and things like that. That's all. As long as you consistent, you working on your craft and things like that, you're gonna get noticed. There's no reason why you shouldn't be on this platform from what you do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So another thing I want to throw out, right? So after that freestyle, I did see I wasn't sure about any team before.
Yes.
But ended up signing to G-Man Music Group.
Yes.
So let's talk about that experience and everything that's been going on after the signing.
With killing the freestyle like I did, I was able to link and meet up with the one and only G-Man.
Shout out G-Man.
So I was able to link to him with the A&R, and he saw something in me that at that moment I was just like, okay, let me see if he just chatting or if he really about it. Gave me the real. It's been a real since then. Never did nothing. Never tried to fake the funk or nothing. So I got on with them, and then pretty much I was getting molded into what I wanted to do, what I wanted to be as an artist, and not just from G-Man itself, the whole label. My manager just. Making sure that I'm on time, making sure that I'm doing what I have to do. Hey, you have this, is that. My mentors when it comes to miscellaneous and Sensei, Intellect, Terrific, so hearing names yes, a whole team, they made sure that, okay, you got it, it's always positivity, always, they took me under their wing, basically. So I'm little sis. I'm little sis, I'm a rookie, I'm a freshman when it comes to that, but I get calls from them even when it's not even music related. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Good. Hey, I seen this showcase. See what that's talking about. Let's see who you can link with and meet up with. So it's been good. Like I said, performing. Crazy experiences. I'm meeting people. I met Dave East. I met
love it.
Yeah, it's so many people I can't even think off the top of my head, but meeting people, because they have G-Man Live, because they bring artists out.
Right.
So I'm getting a chance to be a part of that. Just seeing how they do stuff, how they do work, and hard work pays off with what I do. You know what I'm saying? If I was slacking, they were like, "Nah, go ahead, go to the studio, man. You can't even come out." But
that's dope.
So
that's
being
dope.
able to enjoy the fruits of my labor is definitely. It's a blessing.
Now, G-Man is definitely doing great work over there with artists.
Absolutely.
They're doing a bunch of things with the concerts. So definitely make sure you guys tap in.
Yes.
So what's some upcoming things as far as with the label? Who are some people you looking to work with and meet?
So I know him personally. I always say it. Locally, me and Key Jack need to get on the song.
Okay.
Key Jack.
Shout out Key Jack. Come on now.
Because I feel like he a crazy spitter. And even the way he emotes music and stuff like that, that's something that I appreciate. So definitely Key Jack. I like Key Frost. I think she just put out something today. We on the same wavelength when it comes to music, going a bigger scale, possibly Skateboard P, for real.
Okay.
just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
You know, the clips, everything that's close to home. I really like Mona Leo. I really
She's
like,
coming in town soon.
like her. I like her. So I would like to work with her. If she got a face like this, she can talk.
Yeah. Now y'all would match good together. Y'all match good together.
Yeah, so I think,
like
iron sharper iron. Who else? Just from the top of my head, like J.I.D. Of course, like Kendrick. That's me, like wishing on a star. But you speak those things into existence, that they'll come to life. So,
Okay, so I mean, has there anybody been, in your studio sessions? Anybody been reaching out?
Not for nothing. Like, I'm usually dolo with everything. When I go to the studio, I'm by myself. When I go perform, I'm by myself. Stuff like that. So I really don't have people that like I bring or come with me. I think that's something that I'm getting out of. Is letting networking and letting people come. But mostly, like I say, it's my mentors. Missy gonna be there, no matter what. Terrific down the hall. He gonna
Right.
So yeah, and I was able to get all of my mentors on one song anyway. So that experience in itself was legendary. So I don't know in particular who, like I said, just a couple of people that I named before. Those are some of the people that I would like to work with, or whatever. Like, even if I'm in a session, I call you like, hey, come in there and see what we talking about.
Actually, we was actually not too far from each other at a session.
Yes.
And then ended up running into Washington D.C.'s own Fat Trail.
Yes, Fat Trail.
Shout out Fat Trail. He's legend. Out here doing this thing. So how was that experience? Because that was crazy.
Yeah. So just quick backstory. Just did my session with my producer Rude, my engineer Rude, and Logi, the artist.
Yep. Shout out Logi. Logi was here as well.
Logi, that's my boy. I think he might be coming to the studio later. But
okay.
So we was out there chatting it up. Cam came outside. And Logi was saying, we about to go to the Fat Trail show. And all of a sudden, he just popped up. Like, he just spawned out of nowhere.
Ended up doing the session at Black Light Studio.
And he was like mad cool, down to earth. He didn't say, oh, no, y'all can't. Like, he was like, yeah, y'all want to take pictures? Like, come on. So I definitely, I was happy to see it for you, too. So I was like, okay, like, go do your thing, Cam, go do your thing. So, that was cool. But it's experiences like that I've been able to have with being with G-Man. You know what I'm saying? So
okay. Shout out to that. So let's talk about the project, man. Mixtape is out, right? The Thesis.
Yes.
Listen, that's a hell of a title. So let's talk about why did you go with that name of the title?
So the Thesis is I for one, I always love writing. That's why I got into like rapping. I love talking. I love writing. Like English. So when you create a thesis, this is pretty much the beginning. This is the forefront of whatever your paper is going to be about.
Meat and potatoes.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, but it's the meat and potatoes of whatever you're about to say.
Right.
That's pretty much my interest. So the thesis is like, okay, like give you a little synopsis of what this is about. And then after that comes, the body, it's all that, the paragraph and all that. So with me picking that is pretty much the introduction of my paper, which is my journey, my life, my career. And that's something that kind of stuck. I was on the phone with G and I was telling him, I was like, yeah, man, because I had like a paper and it's like you had a thesis. He was like, that might be your title. So we stuck with that, and it kind of went into it. Like I said, I feel like I'm the freshman out of the label. I'm the hanging with the seniors, and it's just the introduction of that. So we kept it like the school theme.
Right.
So straight to the game.
10 songs live.
Yes.
You're doing a hell of a rollout.
Yeah.
Content on top of content.
Yes.
Off that project, let's talk about it. What song on there is doing what it's supposed to do, and what song would you really want people to listen to more?
The song that's really doing good, it's really two of them, but I think right now Champagne Glass is the biggest one. I'll come up to places and people are singing Champagne Glass.
Okay.
So that's like, whoa. That's one of my favorites. And I think one song the other song is Say That Then. Like I say, all of my mental.
Yeah, I was about to get to that.
Cipher. So
Yep.
I knew with that being said, had to go extra hard because they the people that are like molding me, that's helping me, that's I can't slack. They won't let me slack. So for me to be able to put that up there first, the first verse, and so everybody else like, okay, you setting the tone, Twonesse.
Right.
Yeah, and then just everybody just went stupid on that. So I think that's one of my favorites. One song I feel like people look over is my song Sickness. It's more of a Caribbean theme. It's like, I don't even remember the song back in the day, the hey, skirt another tight top skirt. That one. So it's that one. But I'm talking a little bit up there, like it's really like establishing like, okay, all right, Twonesse. So yeah, that one.
I like it. So I also want to dive in, Twonesse, like, what are some places you were, any motivational moments, where, let's say, like, maybe you've been doubtful of yourself, your back was against the wall, you had to make a crucial decision on, like, the direction of the life you want to have for yourself. So, was there any moment that really caught your eye that told you, like, what, it's time for me to
lock in? Honestly, I think it was a little bit before I started making music. I really was, how can I say this? Like, I didn't go to college. I went to college, didn't like college. Cause I'm just like, like my money, and I don't want to waste nobody's time or mine. So I got into truck driving, and that was something that was like out of the blue, and something that I knew could elevate my life to the point where I'm good. I could possibly take care of my mom. You know what I'm saying? Do some other stuff, and it's gonna build a foundation of what I need to do in life and how I want to do it, a certain type of life that I want to live.
Right.
I can start it with this. You know what I'm saying? So that was like one of the situations, one of the moments. But after that, it's been going up. Anything pertaining to like now, I really don't have it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed to be able to say I don't have those moments where my back is up against the wall. Because I have so many people, my family, my friends, and people that keep me grounded. So they won't allow me to fail. They won't allow 100%. Me to fail. So, like I said, I'm blessed to have those moments, even now, when it was a little bit times before where I was just like, okay, this ain't working. You know what I'm saying? How can I figure out my next move?
Right.
And what do I do next? And another thing is I was so hell bent on doing it by myself, like hyper independence. I had been doing stuff since, like I was younger. So it was something that I had to break out of and say, okay, I need help. You gotta help me. And like everybody like, we got you. You never needed help because we were already here with you.
Right.
Even when I'm like having a bad day or my mood is not up, I got writer's block and all that, I'm getting a call from Sin, like keep it going.
Keep that energy high.
Like Gia call you, like, and forget all that, like what you need. Just saying like what you need. So I have those people behind me. I have that support system.
Right.
That won't let me fall.
Like that. So look, let's talk about what can we expect from Twonesse in 2026. Still early in the year, first quarter. What can we expect looking forward?
A lot more performances, a lot more interviews, so you can kind of get to know who I am outside of like social media. We are working on another tape, an album, if you will. But just that takes time. It takes time to let some stuff to work. But yeah, more creative stuff, like even content wise, like more videos and little stuff in between so I can keep the people on their toes. But yeah, definitely just, like I was saying before we started, artist development.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people skip over that and go straight for, just dropping something like, okay, I'm here, but not performing that little, hole in the walls.
It's that confidence.
Exactly.
It's that confidence.
Stuff and making sure that you as an artist is just as representing yourself in a type of way that really shows who you are, but not letting any outside sources kind of tell you.
Right.
So that's what we doing. Like I say, working. I'm always in the studio. When I leave here, I'm going to the studio.
Okay.
So just figuring out really Twonesse sounds. Not riding on the back of other beats too. That's fun. It's always fun to do freestyles and working on other beats, but really honing in on my own sound.
Yes.
No wrong with the G-Man family.
Okay. Do we have a name, exclusive name for the next project?
I ain't got nothing for y'all, man.
Okay. You see it.
Not yet.
Okay. So listen, it's been a wonderful time talking to you, Twonesse. You're doing wonderful work out here. I definitely wanted to talk about that cipher too. Say that thing. It's looking very BET-ish. You know what I mean? So we because that's what we doing. BET need to holler at us too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we definitely creating at a high level in the 757. So I love what you guys are doing over there. Is there anything exclusively you want to let your fans know? Anything that they love to know about Twonesse?
Twonesse is not stuck up. Y'all can come and talk to me. You can, message me. I love that.
Okay.
I love when they say, "Oh yeah, I listen to your music and stuff like that." I'd be ready to cry, but I'd be like, "Oh, thank you," because it's like I made it. This is my baby, and y'all appreciate that. So,
I was just about to say, do people feel awkward? I mean, coming up to you?
Sometimes I'm just like, hey, I'm a normal person, y'all. Like, just talk to me. Like, talk to me. We might could work together, just off of sheer connections like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't be scared to talk to me. Like, keep it repeat. I don't know what else you would want to know. Like, I don't know.
Just let them know something. But no, this is lovely. This is lovely. I definitely want to shout out our production team.
Yes.
We got Gravity Films in the background. Hell of a production team. Shout out Nigel. Shout out Stilo. Shout out Joe's Tortured Soul.
Yes.
Lovely shoes. Let's look at it. What do you think about this right here?
As someone who wears sneakers a lot, because they would say I'm like a sneakerhead. I don't think so, but I like them. I like the color on the side. They kind of like helps you stand out from like other people.
Right.
And I like how the shoe is light. I don't like a heavy shoe at all.
Come on now.
Like I got little ankles. I can't. So I like the silhouette of it. It definitely is like.
What color here would you kind of go with?
I went straight for the yellow. I love like
yellow.
mustard. It's like real smooth. It's not too much for me. Like I like quirky shoes, but I still like calm stuff sometimes.
Right.
And I usually dress for like the seasons. So wintertime, darker colors, spring pastels, stuff like that.
So how would you describe your style?
I was kind of say like a tomboy-ish. But it's just like I like comfort. I dress for comfort. I did make a promise to myself this year that we gonna up it in the grown woman department. So you'll probably see me while I'm performing in some heels,
Right.
like little stuff like that. But I always, as long as my hair, my makeup, my nails done, I really don't. I don't care. I'm more like an urban wear. My biggest fashion inspiration is Rihanna.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
can put on anything. She can put on a nightgown with some nice
It'd be
sneakers.
fire, right?
I mean, just the baddest
Flawless.
thing on you. So, yeah, like I just like fly shit. Respectfully, excuse me if I can't cuss, but I just like fly stuff. Yeah, I in high school I was wearing Stussy and hundreds and just stuff like that, like whatever. But at the end of the day, I do like to put on dresses and skirts and all that. Oh yeah, and Twonesse is straight. Twonesse is straight.
Okay now.
I appreciate the love.
Okay.
The 20s likes boys. Like, you know, I do.
Man.
I kind of get that too. Like,
Oh.
like they'll see like how I am or how I rap, how I look. Like I get approached. I'm like, I like men. So.
Okay.
But you know, that's kind of how I was raised. You know, my mom wasn't like overly girly, but you know, she wore t-shirt, pants, Air Max, kept it moving. We always had our hair done, always had our nails done, stuff like that.
Listen, it's going down, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
This is live here with Twonesse. Who's next? 757. I am Cam Low. It's going down. Twonesse, it's been a lovely conversation. I appreciate
Thank you so much, Cam.
No, definitely can't wait to see what's next.
I couldn't do it without you, honestly. I
Love
appreciate
it.
that.
I appreciate that. It's going down. It's going down. We live. We out of here.
Make sure y'all get the thesis. Follow me everywhere at I am Twonesse. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. You can find me everywhere. Make sure you look at my videos on YouTube.
Yep.
I'm there too. And stream the thesis. It's 10 tracks, and I have DJ Dr. Spade. He's the
The host of the project.
the host of the project. So if you're from the 757, you know who that is. So
Shout out DJ
it's a
Jack.
legendary project. Again, I appreciate y'all for having me. And if it ain't for you, it just ain't.
Come on now. You see it. We live.